The road was terrible. Bodies were scattered all over the streets. We were stopped nearly 30 times on the road by gangs. They took money from everyone, young and old, and 3 of our children died from thirst along the way.
Hadija, ending that report by the BBC's Anne Soy. That was NewsHour for a Tuesday afternoon, UK time. Thank you for listening.
This is the BBC World Service with Lubna Care exploring Pakistan's diabetes crisis.
Numbers collected by the International Diabetes Federation are staggering.
If this is not addressed, then this will be a crisis beyond what we can imagine over the next decade.
Diabetes in Pakistan, a nation's struggle. Thursday at 8:30 and 19 GMT. In 60 Minutes, OS.
As a new report estimates the number of deaths that might occur because of cuts to US aid. We'll hear from some of the BBC's languages services broadcasting to places affected, and we'll speak to 3 undocumented migrants in the US. What is it like living there with the risk of deportation?
This is the BBC World Service, the world's radio station.
Is there a better way to get people out of poverty? Well, today on People Fixing the World from the BBC World Service, we'll meet a man from Paraguay with a radical idea that's improving the lives of people in 60 countries.
Giving money away is definitely not a solution for poverty, because you have to ask them, why are they in this situation in the first place?
We'll hear more about this project and meet some individuals whose lives have been transformed with new roads, higher incomes, and even better teeth.
I can see myself, I am very proud, I can see a full smile, and obviously I feel a lot better.
I'm Myra Anubi, and I'll have more about this simple but impactful way of getting people out of poverty on People Fixing the World right after the BBC News.
Hello, I'm Moira Alderson with the BBC News. In Russia, Ukrainian drones have attacked a weapons factory in the city of Izhevsk, nearly 1,000 kilometres east of Moscow. The region's head said 3 people had been killed and 35 others needed hospital treatment for their injuries. Here's our Europe regional editor, Danny Eberhard.
Video footage online captured one of at least 2 strikes targeting the Kupol weapons factory in Izhevsk. The plant manufactures air defence systems, but it seems not to have been able to protect itself. Ukrainian public media quote a source in the country's security service as saying the long-range attack showed there was no safe zone for Russian military infrastructure. Russia, meanwhile, continues to strike Ukrainian targets. One of the latest places hit was a city near Dnipro. It's not clear what was struck in the rocket attack, but the regional head has spoken of a fire and dead and injured people.
The Israeli army says it's launched a review into a strike on Monday on a seafront location in Gaza, in which at least 24 people were killed. The building, which is often used by journalists and activists as well as local residents, was almost completely destroyed by the blast, which also left a deep crater. Ione Wells reports from Jerusalem.
Video footage from that airstrike. You can see victims on the floor, including men and women, some very obviously dead, others severely injured. The IDF has said that it is reviewing this incident, but says it was targeting militants from Hamas, although it hasn't clarified exactly who and how many. But it has received condemnation because of how populated both the cafe was, but also the surrounding beachfront.
The authorities in the Indian capital Delhi have banned fuel sales to ageing vehicles as they try to tackle the city's hazardous air pollution. Petrol cars older than 15 years and diesel vehicles older than 10 were already banned from Delhi's roads. They now won't be able to buy more fuel. Liberia is holding a state funeral for its former president, William Tolbert, 45 years after he was murdered during a coup. A symbolic reburial is taking place and will be attended by Liberia's President Joseph Boakai. Andrew Ocheng reports.
When William Tolbert was overthrown in 1980, the coup leader Samuel Doe and his men murdered the president and 13 members of his